Okay, and that sharpens your mind, not your anxiety. Streaming live on Twitch and YouTube, and also in a second on TikTok. This is a spontaneous live that will end within 55 minutes or so. Let me just get this set up there. Okay, and now this. Okay, we can go live here on TikTok, but I want to change the title as well. Okay, and go live. I got this sorted quite well, almost. Now let's connect Droid camera. If there's anybody there on Twitch or YouTube, say hi. Let me know, can you hear me, can you see me? And I think you can. Now we are connected on TikTok as well, and we have two viewers on TikTok, which is freaking amazing. Just switching on Do Not Disturb. I have a window open because it's very warm, but the last time a bee flew in and it took over the stream for 2 minutes when I was trying to get it out without killing it. So we'll see how this goes. I don't know if you noticed the name of the stream. It's called Artists vs AI and Social Media, because today I feel like complaining, and I will complain a lot. Will I draw any of your requests? Maybe, possibly not. But I hope you still stick around. Okay, so now, what should I do? What should I do? Oh yes, move this so I can change scenes. And to do so, I need to first change this. Come on. Hello, hello, is there anybody out there? At the moment there's nobody there, so it's great, I don't have to stress out about it. Now appearance. Let's change it to dashboard. Very lovely. Let's click apply. Hi Jeff, hi Piggy, and hi Sam. How are you today? And we can make this smaller. It's kinda... This way at least I can change scenes, because with the banner on the bottom there, if I change a scene to this, the banner on TikTok would be all over my face and it would be harder for you to see. Hi Lattice Wife, a friendly face. How is your Wednesday? I don't know if you noticed the name of the stream. We are streaming live on TikTok, Twitch and YouTube. I'm gonna be complaining, and I will probably not draw any of your requests, but I still hope you're gonna stick around. I don't have major reasons for complaining, but from time to time it's nice to vent off. Hello Oxford, hi Circe, welcome. Now, I'm just trying to make this, oh come on, nicer. So we can put this here. There's the task. Hello, how are you doing today? Did you notice the name of the stream? Let me know if you did. About complaining, I'm gonna be complaining. Let's start complaining. First of all, you can hear me well and the music is not too loud. I know that. But whenever you watch on YouTube or on Twitch, you would need to really raise the volume to hear me well, while a lot of channels have their voice already high enough with decibels that you only need to go to like 2 or 3 out of 10 with the loudness level, which would be something that I would strive to. And we have first request from Angel. Hulal, draw a fish. Now I might be not drawing anything, we'll see about that. So now special effects here. Can you see that on, you cannot see that on TikTok actually. So I would need to move. Hello. Okay, one day I will figure it out. Maybe like this, but then half of the screen on YouTube and on TikTok has my plant on it. I could put a plant over here actually. Hi UFO, how are you? How's How is it going? We're gonna be streaming for... What time is it? What time is it at your place? Let me know. This is my plant, gifted by my cat, which is very nice. And this started to grow. Oh, you cannot see it now. Now you can see it. This started to grow just lately. So this is actually fantastic, because a few days ago it was just like this high, and it's already there here. So I take it as a, and you know, I might be crazy, as a universe saying, this is you, now spread your artistic wings, man. Double tap, share that live if you care, and if you don't, do it as well. Grab your favorite beverage and let's complain. Do you like complaining? Let me know. And if so, about what? I'm gonna write a list of complaining points. 6 p.m. by the way. 7:10. So UFO says 7:10 at their place and Sam as well. So I have 7 p.m. as well. 6 p.m. it's an hour up. Welcome Christine. Christine is back. Kids outside are back as well. They're gonna be making a racket. If you will hear kids screaming, let me know, and I'm gonna close that window there. Last time when we had a live, it was the least live liked done from a long time before. But it's okay, you know. But that's one of the complaints that I have over here. Okay, let's switch the scene over here, and so my list of complaints. Now this is a spontaneous stream. I might not be drawing any of your requests, so don't get hyped for no reason. But I'm also trying to test, will you stay with me, and are you open to chatting, hanging out for a short while, even if I don't draw your freaking requests. Seriously says, hopefully no festival today in my country. I'm tired as heck. Well, I can imagine. I don't like going out in public. I will if I have to. Thanks for complaining about that. But drawing on social media, one video after another, you know, editing, drawing, all of that, it's like, it's also exhausting. Mental exhaustion. So, first of all, list of complaints. This is in the way. These are the markers I use for paint markers, the Posca markers, which I found out about from watching those shorts on YouTube, you know. Any other complaints? So CRC had too many festival events and she's tired, or they are tired. Hi Cal, Lighty. Sorry, I have to go, it's 12 a.m. Go! You can rewatch this, if you're crazy enough, on YouTube afterwards. I'm at Last Cartoon Hero. Also, I'm on Discord, where I'm gonna put a list of the tools that I'm using, and I'm gonna build that, but please bear with me because I'm slow with things. I imagine, Christine, that you meant AM and not AN. But thanks for... Complaint from Sam, my internet sucks. Is it the internet service provider or is it the router modem that you have at home? Because like I had a good internet coming here, then I increased it from 500 megabytes to 1 gigabyte, but it was still not good at all. But I actually purchased a router and now it's much better, because those ones that come with the internet providers are terrible. Can I say shit here or not? Seriously, I could send you one of my arts. If I could, I would. You can share, you can DM it. You can also join our Discord and share it there. I look at a lot of those. Discord is linked in TikTok bio and also on my Twitch and on YouTube as well. I have it listed there as well. Okay, so list of complaints, AI and social media. Okay, that will do. And I'm really interested about your opinions. If you're drawing, what's your opinion about AI and all of that? And please feel free to chime in at any time. Hello Maya, I'm gonna come back in a bit. Awesome. We're just gonna be complaining. for 45 more minutes, I think. Sam, I'll join the Discord after the live ends. Wonderful. And you know, there's not much going on, at least on my end. I didn't even put an announcement that I'm gonna be streaming today. But if you're into object shows, there's a nice community building there as well, and I'm gonna be sharing art tips and more stuff in the future as well. I'm new to Discord, really. It's like, it took me very long time to get wrap my head around it. Also, I have a washing in the washing machine that it's on rinse. That should be done in 10 minutes or so. So I need to take a break to put it out, hang it out outside. What's the GC name, by the way? I'll join Discord GC after the live end. Yes. What does GC stand for? Please indulge me. That's how well I'm versed in Discord. Hello Sharps, welcome on YouTube. Great to have you there. We have one person watching on YouTube, which is amazing. Restream platform says that there are 3 people watching, so that's crazy. But I think it doesn't say from where. We are live on TikTok, Twitch, and YouTube. We're gonna be complaining about stuff. If you have any group chat, well, the group chat, the Discord. I don't know, Last Cartoon Hero, but you can find it by the link in either TikTok in my bio, on our YouTube, on our Twitch. I have a Discord, it's linked in those places. Then I have names of the chats, you know, on Discord chats, but I wouldn't know the group name. I called it Last Cartoon Hero, but I don't know if you can find it by that name. Let's complain a little bit, and then I will check my washing machine and we'll come back and see, are you still there? On TikTok we have 7 people. Again, if you hear kids screaming or dogs barking, let me know. I'm gonna close that window. I don't know if the noise cancelling is on. Hello Nick, how is life? So people are complaining, right? There's one post that went viral, and then Sam Does Arts reviewed that, made a commentary about it on his channel. Then the TikTok showed me another person complaining that they were supposed to make a short animation for a rapper they appreciate, but the company or the rapper decided that they're gonna go with AI rather than hiring a real human being to do the animation. And I left a comment over there. Carl has a complaint. AI should not be called AI art because it's not art. I absolutely agree with that, Cal. It's like people are ignorant, people don't care, and they just care about themselves. That's why if you ever complain about something to anybody, they would be like, what's your problem? How dare you complaining to me? Instead of, have I hurt your feelings? I apologize. Can I do anything to make it right? It's like they're never in the wrong, you're wrong. It's like very close-minded approach. Hello Maya, welcome back. You were back pretty fast. And all in all, humans are bad. That's why AI is like that. And I can rhyme even though I cannot rap. Hi V, how are you? That worked out pretty well. If somebody would be clipping this stuff, that would be the first time I would say that the clipping would make sense. But if I change the scene, then you still have this on TikTok, which is just here when my forehead is, so I need to move it a little bit here. Now it should be better, I guess. You probably won't see it, but it's okay. Nick asks on TikTok, what is your tip for beginning designers? And Dicky asks, is this the artist who draws BFDI characters? Maybe it is. Apparently there's more of them. But if you've been seeing, check my profile, and if you've been seeing, then you will know. I might be that person. So, you know, my advice for beginning designers and artists, or whatever profession you're in, but really art, that's the niche, right? Don't worry about stuff, because people worry, and I know I worry like crazy. We worry too much about stuff that when you look at it, when the time passes and you look back, you always, 99.9% of the time, you would think, I really worried too much about it. There was really no reason to worry, except, you know, the tragedies that happen in life. So, as a designer, as an illustrator, as a comic book artist, I'm a comic book artist. The main thing is you. You are your art, you are the energy, you are the driving force behind whatever it is that you create. That's something that AI will never be able to do because it's soulless, right? So it's not really that your art sells or gets you a job that you would like to have, but it's what it emotes, what energy you put into that art, all your experiences, all your thinking about it, all your brainstorming when you think about a problem or a project. And there's enough opportunities for everyone. There's Louise Hay, which is a lady that is not here with us anymore, but she was a spiritual motivator, you know, how to live life better, how to be happy. But she had really good ideas in her mind. And imagine that you're standing in front of an ocean and you have a vase that has some holes on the bottom, or a bucket with holes, you know. And this is, the ocean is the opportunities. And you can try to, you know, pour in, but the opportunities never end. I'm not saying that the best way, but basically there's enough opportunities for everyone. So if somebody wants to do something like this, like, oh, I'm working on an object show, and this person is working on an object show, should I be upset that this person will steal my thunder? No, because there is enough room for everyone, and everybody is different, and there are different opportunities for different people. Your term of success might be different than mine, for example. Maya says, complain, all my friends left for Germany and now I'm alone in my village in Greece. But at least you have a nice weather, don't you? And there's internet. Could be worse. But yeah, when I was younger and I was growing up, being with friends, this is basically huge important when you're growing up, the relationships that you establish with people. So I feel you. I was a loner for summers and that was super painful. I played Sims 2 and was looking out of the window every 2 hours to take a break, and I was like, why nobody wants to play with me? Why no one wants to be my friend? There was no internet at that time, mind you. Seriously, complain, my classmates are loud, I hate it. Oh man, I hate loud. You know, like, over time, my goals changed, and in the past I wanted to be a successful comic book artist, a millionaire, but I didn't realize that it's one of the toughest industries to get into. You can make much more money doing much less if you're working for an IT company, for example, like, you know, programming. That's where the money is. But with comics, all of those people that you know that are established comic book authors, most of them don't make just barely make it, you know. So it's a small percentage of people that go huge and big, also on social media as well, in terms of, you know, media in general that you see on TV, on streaming platforms. And I still hope I will get there, but I don't mind if I don't. So for now, the most important for me is peace and quiet. You know, like if I can just have an environment when there's nobody shouting outside, that I can sleep and I'm not woken up in the night by the screams of angry apes. That's from Larson from Far Side, a comic book. He made short comics. Then I would be a happy person, you know, and just enough to get by, you know. You don't need that much when you think about it. Maya, it's really hot, but yeah, it could be worse. How hot is it? Is it 36 degrees? We've been in Greece once, we love it. And you know, Greece has one of those islands which is one of those blue zones when people live the longest. But if you want to live the longest, don't drink, smoke, well, everything in balance really, but you need to move. Movement is super important, but the older you get, you move less, and that's why you feel, oh, I'm just so old. Seriously, you're so real. For real, I'm real. Q-Neck says, my neighbor's fight just went crazy like a couple minutes ago. Oh, I feel you, I feel you. Neighbors, like, you know, people are so ignorant, like they do not understand that you're not alone in this world. There's people around you that you should be mindful. And if you complain about them, it's like, how dare you complain? Again, I know I'm repeating myself, but they don't see, they only see the tip of their nose, not, you know, beyond that. And it's just mad. It's mad. But there's always worse things and better things, right? It's the whole point is to be able to, what's the word? Not tolerate. I'm gonna remember that soon. Carl says to Nick, no, because this is relatable. I've been working on scripts for a year. Scripts, it's, yeah, that takes huge time. Like I'm completing my comic book after 15 years, right? And I went for like 3 drafts, if not more, of the comic book script. I changed it a lot. I added a few scenes, I moved some scenes around, and I'm really, really happy with this. So I'm glad that I didn't finish when I started this, because it was a completely different story. Well, it was the same story, but different thing happened. And I also improved the ending, which I'm so delighted, and I can't wait for you to see. Carl, what kind of scripts are you working on? Complain, I rage quit easily. What do you mean by rage quit? Like, are you raging, or are you stop raging too fast? Complain from Circe from TikTok. I love that you're so into this. My 8-year-old sister wants to be like me. Are you that bad? that is the worst thing that can happen? Random fun fact, but I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Like, when we are growing up, we want to be separate. Like, we need to build our person, right? Like, when I was younger, I mean teenage years, 18, 17, I was like, and that was 1999, right? So 1999 I was 15, was I? Or something like that. So Matrix was in the cinema, and I started to put a lot of gel in my head. At that time I had black hair and more, so I put, you know, the worst slimy gel, the stinky one. I put it in my hair, I have it slicked back, and I found in some, you know, 2-pound clothing shop, when you weigh them and you buy them how much they weigh, and I put like a black coat, and I was walking on the streets of my hometown and feeling like a Neo. Let's see who else there. Ken, hello Ken. Complain, get angry. You get angry fast. I get angry as well. I try not to anymore. Since last 2 years I'm going into counseling, which helps. After some time you start to learn things about you, like, why are you getting angry? You know, many times we get upset without actually knowing why we are upset. Very often it would be the basic stuff that you get upset. You're hungry, you didn't have enough sleep, you didn't do number 2 in the toilet, and then beyond that, it's something that it's constantly on your mind, but you wouldn't think that would upset you. For example, not getting enough likes on your social media post, right? For example, you were let go of your job that you were at for the last 9 years. You took it as a sign from the universe, and you decided to be finishing your comic book, and you're working on a final scene, which is 6 pages long. 2 months passed, and you were hoping to actually have at least 1 page fully finished, but you're constantly working on it, improving it, sketching bit by bit, getting there. But because you set this unrealistic expectation that you're gonna have 6 pages done in 2 months, even though you seldom had 1 page done in a month, you getting freaked out, upset, and feeling like being very snappy. So just let go of the pressure. It's really not easy to do, but we put the pressure on ourselves, and it doesn't do us good. There's somebody requesting some stuff. Carl says to Nick, It seems so. I bet my voice actors have forgotten their voice actor at this point, so it's probably an object show, I suppose. Complain from Circe. My sister screams with me sometimes when I make her angry. Oh no. So draw one with a contract. So that's a request for a... I only have one voice actor, he's my friend. It's great that you have voice actors. If I was to do voices, I always like doing voices, but I was always worried that since I'm not native English speaker, people would just not relate to it, you know. But there's a lot of people who actually make content, not like dubbing or making voices, but they are not native English speaker and they have a huge following. So maybe it transfers beyond the accent. And somebody said, I don't know, Ricky Gervais or somebody, that your accent is actually a good thing because it's your where are you coming from speaks through that. Complaint again from Maya from TikTok. My classmate might be thinking I have a crush on them when I don't. Could be worse, could be the other way around. I can tell you some funny story about a crush from a classmate. When I was in, was it like primary? Between 10 years old and 11 years old, maybe 12, don't think 13. I had a crush on my classmate. So I wrote, we lived on the same street, so we would often walk together, and she was walking with her grandmother, who very often gave her apples. Crazy the things we remember. So I was so in love with her, I always keep things to myself, but I wrote her a note, a list, a love letter. And I put it in the envelope, and when we are leaving class for a break, I put it under her books. When we came back from the break, she found it, and instead of being, well, you know what she did? She basically stood up in front of the whole class and she said, "What is this?" And she read it, so I was already, in front of the whole class, I was already red on the face. And then she's like, "But I don't know from whom it is." And I was like, "Oh God, I am saved." And then she looks at that envelope and she reads it, my name. And I was done. End of story. Good luck to Cal and good luck to you, Nick, as well with your projects. I'm looking forward to seeing them. I was thinking that actually on my Discord to encourage people to share their projects, like even, you know, bold self-promotion. What do you think about that? I will create like a special channel for that because I am interested in other people's stuff. Believe it or not. Yes. Oh, the embarrassment. Yes. Oh, the embarrassment. Fortunately, that was like what, 30 years ago. So time heals, as they say. The name is Project Limbo. I love the name. Have you played the game Limbo? This is my favorite types of games when there are puzzles and it's a 2D scroller. There's a couple of games like that that I like as well. Do you have a Discord server? Yes, I do. It's in my social links in TikTok, Twitch and YouTube. So on TikTok, there's 2 links in my bio. One is for YouTube and another is for Discord. I still am developing that. Complaint for Circe. Circe has a lot of complaints from TikTok. Why am I annoying for some reason? Do people tell you that you're annoying, or do you feel that you're annoying? Follow-up question. Complaint from Maya. Finished The Last of Us 2 and I'm heartbroken. I got bored in the 3rd episode and I stopped watching it. My cat finished it and it said it wasn't that... The cat was surprised that it ended so abruptly. Cat was expecting there's gonna be more to it. I have a first game because it's The Last of Us, it's on PC, and I have this laptop which is apparently a gaming laptop. This laptop which is apparently a gaming laptop, so I installed that on it, but it was building shaders for like 20 freaking minutes or so, and it was so freaking loud, the fan like woo, that when it compiled the shaders, I just switched the computer off. And I got that game, I don't know, like 7 months ago, I think. Cal, speaks with Nick, so they have a great conversation. Mine is an object show called The Fight for Your Freedom. Cool. Q-Nerk says, if you like games like that, you can check out Bulb Boy. I will. You know, there's not many games I enjoy tremendously. Like there's Stray, when you are in the futuristic city and you are a cat. I love that game. It was brilliant. It was fantastic. Pedestrian, when you're a 2D scroller and you walk through the signs from one sign to another. Wow, what an amazing game. Bulb Boy. So, but there's not that many of them that actually, you know, that will get me in, so that I will play it from start to finish. So I'm thinking about, if you're interested, sharing those as well on Discord, maybe. Another request: can you draw 0 and 15? I sure can, but I don't know if I would today. Today we are complaining. Have you got any complaints? Kill RT. It's always laptops, it is. Hi Mimic, how are you? Oh my god, I love that game. The one with the cat, it's amazing. I love the story games. Yeah, exactly, the story games. I like stories, but I need the game to straight away be able to play, and that it's not complicated to do. So put me in the action straight away. Don't give me any cutscenes that I have to watch for 5 minutes and I cannot even play the game, or 50,000 things I need to understand to be able to play. Just give me a character and let me move the character. That's why 2D puzzles, like even, you know, what's the name of that most popular one from that studio? The black and white, when you are that robot and you are in that fancy city. Forgot the name. That's one of the most brilliant games. Yeah, you should, Bulb Boy. It's a 2D horror and puzzle game. I will check it out. Thanks for the recommendation. Maya complains, I can't beat Asgore in Undertale. I was interested in playing that game, but I haven't. I played Fez, F-E-S-Z, well, ages ago. I loved it. I like when games have those secrets that you have to find. Grassy fan, I suggest you watch BFDI, but start with yada yada. I tried. Cal is going. Thanks for joining and have a great day, Cal. Undertale is very cool. Yeah, it changes, right? The graphics change. Undertale is super nice. Alphys especially is my favorite. How many likes we have? We have 2,000 likes, which is great, especially since I'm not drawing anything. Listen, give me 5 minutes. I'm gonna go and take out the washing there, and we have how many people? We have 12 people on TikTok, which is amazing. We probably still have 3 people on Twitch and on YouTube. Thank you. Hi Twitch and YouTube, thanks for sticking around. I see 3, but I cannot see. Okay, I see 1 person on Twitch and 2 people on YouTube. Amazing stuff. So when I'm back, we're gonna continue complaining, and I'm gonna go into the topic of AI and social media. I actually did a little bit about AI. Just very briefly, if you're just there are companies that are willing to invest in real humans, but there are companies who are not art-centered, you know, and they would hire external vendors, which could be you, so they would more likely rather pay for some terrible AI solution that pay a human beings. But the roles for, you know, artists are still there, and there will be still there. But what is the most important when you're trying to do whenever you can? It is you, and pour your heart out into the illustration, and that speaks volumes, and AI will never be able to do so. So, especially if you have a longer project, like if you're working on an object show, if you're working on a story, AI is not able to create a comprehending longer stories, narratives. It's not able to structure them. It's really stupid in that term. So don't, and it won't take script writers' jobs in Hollywood. Like if you ever used AI, you would know that. So, you know, it's still okay. But who knows what's going to be in the future, but that's going to be in the future. Maya, I have to sing happy birthday to my dad. Amazing. Happy birthday to your dad, Maya. Okay, so I'll be right back, and then I'm gonna complain about social media, because that's mostly what I have about AI. Let me know if you are you drawing on social media, like this is something that you would like to, turn into a profession or something. Let me know when I'm back. Bye, Nick. Thanks for being here. I'll be right back. I just need to write that I'm gonna be back in 5 minutes. Like working in a shop when you Jesus. Oh, so straight away there's half people still here. Be right back. I know I should have a special screen for this. I hope you stick around. What time is it? It's 22. So when I return, we will chat for a little while, for like 20 minutes more. And when I'm back, we're gonna chat for about 20 minutes more or so. Basically talk about social media and my experience with that. So if you're interested about becoming a social media creator, content or whatnot, I have some things I learned to share. Am I gonna be taking drawing requests? Probably not. It's a spontaneous stream, so but thanks for asking. I am so trying to test, can anybody bear with me if I am not drawing the requests? I might draw one request, but then everybody's gonna jump onto that, so I don't really know if I will. But more likely not, that would be the answer. I'll be right back. Chat away. I'm back, people. You're still there. The people are. I'm back. Did you behave? There's 5 people left. Amazing. Thanks a lot, seriously, for spamming the like button. 6,000, great. All right, so quickly, briefly, social media. Social media. I know where to start. YouTube versus TikTok, okay? I've been trying to... I was dabbing in social media for the last 3 years on and off. And it's a whole crazy journey. If you go to the bottom of my shorts or TikToks or whatnot, you're gonna see the journey I went through, right? And then something beautiful happened on TikTok. My drawing of number 2 went kind of a viral, and the account started to growing, and it has been growing ever since. But you know, I keep producing as much content as I can. I am being interacting in the chat, right? And I post those stories as well. I enjoy it. I enjoy it a lot. Now on YouTube, it's freaking dead. It's like, even if a short goes, you know, viral, for a lack of better term, it happens almost never, and the views are the same, flat views, and it's super discouraging. And the reason for this is TikTok algorithm finds people that like what you do. So because I'm doing those object shows and you like the object shows, it finds more people, right? And it goes like that. But YouTube, and I know this because in analytics, YouTube tells you what content is suggesting your videos, and the videos that content is suggesting my videos has nothing to do with art, nothing to do with object shows, which means the YouTube algorithm doesn't care about finding your niche, no matter what they say, but it cares about finding the most broad audience, so that you are appealing to everyone. And it's kind of makes sense, because if you look at the most popular channels on YouTube, they are like TV production sets. They have all the gear, all the set. It's like watching actually a TV, right? Even shorts these days, they are becoming much more high profile, like there's animators working on them, and they are heavily edited and all of that stuff. So for little folks like us, it's much more difficult to break through on YouTube. And I don't know if that's gonna really happen on YouTube. I've been waiting and waiting, and it annoys me. I think I will just stop looking at YouTube charts, I mean analytics, because it drives me mad. QNark says he mostly mostly YouTube Shorts makes everything famous. Mostly YouTube Shorts makes everything famous. So what do you mean by that? Seriously, I don't have a lot of likes and some comments that were toxic. I didn't have a lot of likes and some comments that were toxic. People are toxic. Whenever you see toxic people, don't interact with them, just ban them, block them straight away. There's no point you should waste energy on people like that. And you know, when you're starting, it's difficult. There's so many people now on this social media, and social media became this terrible device to make the people who own them rich, and the stock market as well. You know, because they trade on stock markets, those public traded companies, I mean. And like in the past on Instagram, you know, those 10 years ago or 5 years ago, you could make a post about art, and I was making my Dan and Clue comic shorts, like a comic strip with 3 panels. The characters that I'm developing the debut comic book, the full-length story now. And I was getting like thousands of likes. I was spending ages on hashtags, and then one day they just dropped. And it wasn't me, it dropped for everyone, because Instagram changed the algorithm. So I got very discouraged, and 3 years later, the same thing happened. And you know, Instagram doesn't pay anything to anyone. YouTube would pay you something for AdSense. TikTok would pay you for live streams. I am a proud earner of 33 cents, I think, by now. And Twitch has a Twitch partner program, but the people don't really make much money on that, unless they are huge, you know. But where I'm going with this is, so basically the content is supposed to be the most mass appeal and the social media platforms are showing that to your followers, not your content that you create. You know that, right? So if you follow somebody, you very seldom would see that person posts. I can have like 3,000 followers or whatever, 4,000 something, and you know, the fraction of those people actually would be looking. That's why when you have something to sell, like I will have my my comic book to sell, I would be lucky if even 1% of those followers decides to purchase that. I would be lucky if half of the percent decides to do that. Yeah, seriously, because when you want to find a fandom, you find so many videos. Meanwhile, on YouTube Shorts, you see other things. I mean, my videos are part of a fandom that doesn't have that many videos. And you know, I tried different channels as well on YouTube, but it doesn't matter if I create a new channel. So I just am doing just the last cartoon hero and just focusing on that, experimenting. So the only time I actually get some new followers, subscribers on YouTube, if I get 1 or 2 when I post a short, I'm lucky. Meanwhile on TikTok it's like, it's great, in dozens, well sometimes only 2 or 3, but still more. And I got a little bit more likes, subscribers the last time when I did live. So maybe, you know, live works. Like I've been trying for the last 3 years to break through, to reach 1,000 on YouTube, and nothing. I'm at 850, maybe less. Sam, I have a question. Do you speak any other languages than English? I wish. I speak Polish because that's my native. English, I would love to speak Italian. It's easy for me to learn it because it's the same pronunciations of letters as in Polish, and it's also sometimes the language just works for you and it's easy for you to learn it. And I would love to learn French because there's so many Franco-Belgian comics published that are not translated into English, but that's more difficult to me. How about you, Sam? What's your native language? Do you know any other languages? Seriously, I want to learn the guitar. Great. Oh, complain. That's a complaint. We wanted to learn Russian. That's a beautiful language. One of my favorite books is a Russian book, Master and Margarita, by Nabokov, I believe. Yes, so the complaint with social media is it's not tailored to help you, it's tailored to profit from themselves. That's why it's so difficult. That's why most of the popular content creators are either selling some cheap stuff from China, which is on TikTok, right? TikTok shop. Or they are talking about mass appeal content like movies, complaining about directors, complaining about other people that are super famous, making the content that works. I purchased the biggest, I bought the most fancy, you know, Mr. Who's the Boss and all of that. And it's impossible to compete with that. There's many YouTube gurus that try to sell you the dream that you can make it on YouTube. It can be your, you know, bread and butter. These are lies. They're just saying that because this is their business, to make money off you trying to sell you the dream. But the chances are super slim. Now, if that would be your only venture, right? You're not a comic book artist, you're not an animator, you just want to make it on YouTube. Then maybe, because you would need to work 2 or 3 times more hard than in a real job to make it, and you might not see any results for 10 years or so. Whatever you do, it doesn't really matter how good you are, your personality is important. So if you're a terrible person, you need to work on that. And you need to be genuine as well, you know. But there's one more thing that I wanted to say before I look at the comments. So whatever you do, you can try and it can get you nowhere. Oh, but there's one factor that can change everything. And you know what that factor is? I was forced to learn German at school, and that was a pity. You know, I don't mind learning that now, but I won't. But if you're forced to do something, of course that's not gonna work. Some things work for us, some don't. We should follow the ones that work. So The one deciding factor that can change everything is luck. Because sometimes luck strikes. That's why you should always try your best doing what you love. Even if it looks like you're going nowhere, you never know, luck may happen. It did happen to me once, maybe twice in my life, and I believe it's gonna happen more times. And I don't really consider myself a lucky person. Work hard, be persistent, luck. By work hard, I mean, you know, be critical of your work, and some people are mediocre and they think they're the best. Hello G Lowkey on YouTube, thanks for chatting. Thanks for being here. We have one person now left on YouTube now, I believe. We stream on YouTube, TikTok and Twitch. We're gonna end actually in 5 minutes, I think. But I'm gonna draw one thing that I promised somebody before. We are almost at 10,000 likes on TikTok. Please double tap so we reach that 10, and then I'm gonna leave your finger alone. Someone who's learned German school, totally agree. Yeah, so that's really, you know, that might, if this will be, you can rewatch that on YouTube. I said what I like about AI, what I don't like about AI mostly. We complained a lot, which was amazing. Thank you so much for your complaints. I complained about social media. It's so tiring, you know, like I produce a lot of content lately instead of working on my comic, but it's so painful to work on that comic. It is so painful. But I enjoy creating those shorts. I don't like making long form videos, but I do enjoy making shorts. I do enjoy making those lives and interacting with you. So I'm glad I find something that, you know, I like and I'm slowly getting better at. But it's still, you know, Seb sent my art on Discord. Amazing, awesome. I'm looking forward to seeing that. You're definitely gonna get a 100 emoji from me. Q-Nerk asks, do you only do art for living or other things too? I don't do life for living. I would love to do life for living. I would love to be able to survive on my comic book work. I created an amazing comic book and I hope to finish it. It's been 15 years and I know it's good. I know it's good, so I hope luck strikes. I was let go of my work, which was at the Chocolate Factory 2 months ago. And now I take this as an opportunity. I have unique opportunity and support from my cat to finish my comic book. So I am working on that because I need to do it. You know, I need to push myself. But no, I'm not making money from art. Are you? Would you like to make money from art? V, I joined the Discord, but my account isn't really working like it's supposed to. So I can't chat. You cannot chat on Discord. That's something. I won't be drawing requests. We've been talking for almost an hour. It was amazing chatting with you, but I was supposed to do something for someone last time and I didn't, so I'm gonna do it now. We experimented 2 streams ago and made characters together, right? By the way, this is the Yoshka that I didn't share. So I was supposed to add Aerie here, so I'm gonna do it because was it you, Maya, who asked for that? I think it was, wasn't it? There's so sometimes the first time won't work, and then I will do it the second time. This was based on a graphic from Google search. This had more of my signature style, like this is my face. Seriously, that was your request, that Aerie, or sorry, after an hour my mind starts to wander. That's why I don't know if I can do those things longer in the future, although I would love to. Then I was trying to do, you know, the Yoshka, and again these are the 2 I recorded drawing, but I haven't shared because the eyes were too high and I was drawing from memory kinda, so I didn't realize. Anyhow, let's add Aerie to this and we're gonna end the stream. Thanks, B. Oh, hi Steve Cobbs, welcome. We're gonna be ending soon. I'm not taking requests. I just gonna draw Aerie there, here, add it here. And yes. yeah. Okay. And then I'm gonna eat some chips and pizza. And I have more complaints. Recently I had a situation at a swimming pool about showers, only hot water working but not cold. And of course you want to take a cold shower after a hot swimming in a pool. So I complained about that, and it worked completely off rails as it would. I'm not a good complainer. I cannot complain, because if I start to complain, I get so worked up about it, I cannot, I go out of my window of tolerance, and I am disturbed for until the evening, until the next day. I get so worked up about it. Okay. Seriously is craving for pizza too. You know, before 30 years old, eat as much pizza and nasty stuff as you want, because you are still, I don't know, maybe you're 48. You're still growing, and after that, it all goes down the hill. Steve Cobbs, all the chips in my house are 5 years expired. Oh my goodness. Okay, so let's add that Airy, and let's add that end that stream, which was amazing. Thank you so much, guys. We're almost at 10,000 likes. Let's smash that double tap a little bit more so we got to 10,000, and then you really don't need to. I don't know if that helps in anything, you know. So Airy for somebody that I forgot. I'm so chill, Steve Cobbs. You're so chill. I'm actually quite sweaty. I don't know if you can see that. I know you're joking about. I'm joking about sweat this time. Okay, let's look at the Airy. Now I think I'm gonna do a live stream on Saturday around maybe earlier, between 12 p.m. and 3 p.m. Irish Standard Time, which is like an hour before England, Europe. Sorry, no, England is the same, Europe. Okay, Airy was from that Airy object show. Object show. Okay, there it is. From 1, yeah, from FH1, or I forgot that. Yeah, okay. And we have one person watching on Twitch. Hello there, whoever you are, or maybe that's the person. Maybe it's G Lowkey. If so, my hat off to you for still being here. We have 15 people watching on TikTok, which is amazing. 14. Okay. All right. So, Airy. I was supposed to add Airy. I don't remember if the request was to add Airy. No, it was to add Airy, but nowhere specific. So there's clearly a room here. So we hit 10,000. Yay! Thank you, Sam, for double tapping that button, and all of you as well. I'm showing this live. Thanks, Steve Cobbs. Thank you. And if they don't see it, it's fine. We're gonna end up soon anyway. I mean, finish soon. So I always post as a story when I'm gonna be live. I'm trying to do on Discord as well if I have it pre-planned, so you can see like live event. There's on YouTube, there's like a button register. It only means that you will be notified, I guess. That's it, you know, simple as that. So don't be scared of registering. Okay. Now, this is actually Copic, which was from a set of normal markers, but they had one. They had one like that. You know, I'm getting very much interested in actually animated my object show. I don't know. I probably would be putting too much on my plate. I have like an Adobe subscription, and there's the Adobe Animate when you can rig the bones, and I'm watching some videos about that, but I don't know. everything takes me ages, so I don't know if that's a good idea. And there's a comic book competition that I participated last year. I will show it to you in one of the future streams, and I didn't win. I was really hoping I'm gonna win, even though I lied to myself that I am not hoping that I will win, and I lost. But the same competition, England, UK, Ireland comic book competition, short story, is back again. It's a Faber Observer competition. If you're a comic book artist, check it out. I can link it in Discord. And there's still over a month left to submit, and I actually have a story that I developed for other project that I can use. Close to object shows, but not really an object show. But I won't be able to show it to you once I submit until I know that I lost. I'm putting way too much work in that. Well, I don't have an object show. I am working on an object show because you inspired me, you know. Like, I always like drawing object characters without actually knowing about object shows. So there's a couple of them that I have. One of my favorite, which I haven't shared yet, I will. And I see more and more start to exist in my mind. But this almost broke. But I don't really know how to do it in the easiest way. Because I wanted to do the object show low profile, right? So I just get like a background, which I can do nice background, and then just do like stop frame illustration of, you know, objects, and call it a day. Maybe a speech bubble without text, without, you know, easy, fast produced. But I am really worried that that won't get any views, and I'm just gonna be wasting my time. Because the only time object shows that get views are fan-made ones, if they aren't already, you know, the most famous ones that we like, or you like. And I know it would be painful to me to spend in, you know, when you spend a lot of time working on something and it gets you nowhere, it's so easy to be sad about that. This pen broke. I don't know if you can see that, but it bent. It bent. Okay, there you go. That's Airy for you. Sorry, I don't remember exactly, but I'm sure maybe it was for Maya, maybe it was for somebody else, but definitely I will hear about it in the comments. There you go. Yay! Whoa, 16 people again. All I needed to do is draw one character. Hi Maya. Maya, did you request that Airy to be added to those objects? If so, there you go. Mission accomplished. I'm gonna be doing requests in another show. We are almost at 20 people live, and we are about to end the stream as well. So let's say our goodbyes. And actually, thanks Circe. Circe says it's epic. Oh, we have some comments on YouTube as well. Oh, more people watching on YouTube. Hi Rotten Nation Productions, and hi Skibidi Toilet, and again hi Rotten Nation Production. Can you draw Kabi from Inanimate Insanity holding cheerleading pom-poms? Rotten Nations Productions, aren't you the person who was requesting about every freaking character to be a cheerleader with the pom-poms on TikTok? Is that you? Skibidi looks amazing, Toilet. Thank you so much, Skibidi. Today we are not drawing requests. I was just complaining about art, and I was complaining about social media because spontaneous stream, I just felt like it. I also wanted to test, will people stick around if I'm not gonna be, you know, drawing them requests like a... And you stick around, so nice. Oh, Steve Cobbs already starts to say bye, and Gumi as well, so great. Let's just end this now. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you as always. I will see you in the next one, and we'll see you online as well. I have a Discord, which is linked in all my social, and my socials are YouTube, Twitch, and TikTok at Last Cartoon Hero. Have a great day. V, B, Steve Cops, Maya, Circe, Sam, Skibidi Toilet, and Rotten Nations Production, and everybody else that I missed. Have a good one. I will see you in the next one. This ends the official part of the stream. Now, as always, very awkwardly, I'm gonna edit this. First, I need to end it on TikTok, and then I need to end it on... Oh, where am I? There I am. And then I need to end it on... Oh, no. Ah, there you go. On Twitch and on YouTube. So, 12,000 likes on... yeah, and I do followers and subscribers requests, so if you're not a follower or subscriber, consider subscribing Twitch, YouTube, TikTok. I'm most active on TikTok because that's where the account is growing, and thank you so much for that. Where's my... I will have a good one, Steve Cops. You have a good one as well. Okay, so this is over. And now let's end on... Bye Twitch, bye